How can they do this to diversify who they talk to?
So the fundamental is, if you go to a conference, one thing you know is that the sponsors want to talk to you. So if you're at any conference, the people that are planning it generally want to talk to you. So you need to get a badge, you need to get a few things. First things I would recommend is talk to the people who are actually handing out these badges. Say, hey, great to be here. Where do you recommend I go? Anyone you recommend I talk to? But also, like, sponsors are always eager to talk to people. And here's the thing, most of the sponsors are pretty well connected. So the reason most sponsors are sponsors at the event is because they're well connected and they want to get their name out, they want to get their brand out. So here's a challenge. Go around and talk to every one of the sponsors. Like, just go and have a 5-minute conversation with each of them. Even though you might not be comfortable trying to talk to strangers, the sponsors will often try and attract you. They will often try to talk to you because they're trying to sell something. So even if you attend an event all by yourself, if you just walk very close by a sponsor booth and just make a little bit of eye contact, they will try and approach you. And it's a great way to get your first communication. Just listen to what they have to say, listen to what they're doing, and say, wow, that sounds great. And what will happen is that other people will often come and approach the sponsor booth while you're standing there. So that's a great way to say, hey, you're doing this as well. That's cool. Just start some small conversations with other people because they're standing right next to you. That's a great way to start out. Also, what happens in a lot of cases is that you often have like lunch or coffee break or something, and sometimes you end up standing in a queue, or that could even be for registration for an event. You will end up standing in a queue. Try and talk to the person in front of you or right behind you and say, hey, why are you here? What are you looking to get out of the event? What are you most excited for? Like, just ask them some really basic questions. Sometimes just saying hi can be enough, and that's it. When you do that to a bunch of people, some people will respond and say, hey, I'm Peter, great to meet you, blah, 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 blah. And some people will just start talking. Just putting out your hand saying hello to people makes you more familiar. So if you're at an event by yourself, for most people, even for people who are not introverted, that can be a little bit scary. Because if you're at an event with 500 or 1,000 people and you don't know anyone, that can be a little bit scary. So the key thing, and the way I go about it, if I go to an event where I know absolutely no one, is within the first 10, 15 minutes, I want to say hello to a couple of people.